Hey, you guys. It's Christina Dukes, your success manifestation coach. Happy Wednesday, y'all. What's up? This is going to be a cool live tonight. So I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys had an awesome week. I want to introduce you guys to someone super awesome. Um, Interesting law of attraction story. Oh, wait, that's her making noise. Come here, Milo Daisy. So I had an interesting experience, and I have a dog. Her name is Milo Daisy. I want to introduce her to you. She'll cooperate. Milo Daisy. So meet my newest addition, Milo Daisy, and she has a really cool law of attraction story. Say hi to everyone, Milo Daisy. Say hey. Hi, guys. This is Milo Daisy. So about 2 weeks ago, I was sitting outside of my house, and a dog came and just sat down, and she didn't leave. And I took her to the vet. There was no microchip in her. I put flyers up everywhere. I couldn't find her owner. Called the city to find out what I should do. They told me to put flyers up, but if not, she had to go to the pound. And so I decided I'm going to go ahead and be her mom. I don't have kids yet, so in this season I had been really asking for to be settled and patience around starting like family and stuff like that. And this dog just flowed into my life, so I have a dog now. It's teaching me a lot about patience, teaching me a lot about compromise and having to be responsible for someone else besides myself. So if you guys got to see her, that was her, Milo Daisy. She may be, I'm going to take her bone so she's not down here making a lot of noise. But hey, guys. Hey, Miss Nurse Curves Johnson. Hey, Marlene. So for you guys, if this is your first time attending one of our lives, my name is Christina Dukes, the Success Manifestation Coach. I am a law of attraction, money mindset, and business coach. I work with women in the corporate space and a couple lucky men too, helping them to define their brands outside of corporate as coaches, speakers, authors, and entrepreneurs. So that sounds like you are in the right place. Our live today, and the way that they're typically structured, we're going to do a teaching, and tonight's teaching is about what to do if you're feeling drained. And at the end of our live tonight, we're going to pull some angel cards from the Doreen Virtue Archangel Oracle card pack. I find that they're just really helpful in giving people some direction on what's currently going on in their lives and just kind of helping them guide in the right way. And it's so interesting how accurate these cards have been. So how has everyone's week been so far? Hey, Marlene. Hey, Nurse Curves. If you're in the live tonight, hit me with a hey, a like, where you're tuning in from. And again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on this Wednesday. So how many of us have ever felt drained? Can I get some hearts, likes, love? Hey, Valerie. Hearts, likes, love if you've ever felt drained. Hey, Linda. So we're going to look at the definition of the word drained, like what that is. And so the word drain means deprived of strength and vitality. Like you just feel, like stressed out. You just feel like, okay, I need a break. I am just running on empty. You got too much stuff going on. Like, how many of us have ever felt drained? So Marlene says she feels it all the time. Yes, it happens to the best of us because sometimes in our lives, we have so much going on. We have to balance things in our career, in our personal lives. We have to balance things with our finances. We have to, just do so many things. And remember, I always say, like, you're the CEO of you. So Nurse Curves Johnson says she's feeling drained right now. So I'm sure this live will be quite impactful for you and helpful as we're going through our week, and I just want to give you guys some tips that I use to help me when I'm feeling a bit drained. Just because I'm a law of attraction teacher, I'm running my successful business, doesn't mean that there's not times that I don't get drained too, or, you know, you just feel like you need a break. And so I'm going to share with you guys like my key tips about what I'm using when I feel that way. Where are you guys like tuning in from? I would love to hear where you guys live. And I'm in Chicago, based in Chicago, born and raised here. And I do a lot of traveling, but Chicago is just like my home base. I love it. Maybe in the future, I would love to definitely live somewhere else, like California. So we're putting that into the universe and manifesting that. So where are you guys tuning in from? And at the end of our teaching, if you would like to have an angel card, go ahead and pop it in the comment box, and I'll make sure that I pull one for you, okay? So Miss Nurse Curves Johnson is in North Carolina. Yay! North Carolina in the house, Chicago in the house. Oh, wow, Valerie's in North Carolina too. Hey, 6 degrees of separation. We're like 2 from North Carolina. I'm from Chicago. Where's everybody else that's tuning in from? New York in the house. NY in the house. Calgary in the house. Oh my God, Marlene says she's tuning in from Calgary, Canada. I had some, she's eating poutine right now. I had some awesome poutine at this place in Chicago called the Bergen Bar that I love to go to. I just have my little whiskey and some poutine, and it's amazing. So it's like these fries, and then they put on top of it like cheese and cheese curd and like gravy. It's so delicious. Like, I don't know how nutritious it is, but it is definitely very tasty. Absolutely, Nurse Curves Johnson, you can have an angel card when we get there. So I'm just gonna like jump into these key tips that I use when I'm feeling drained. And like I said, a number of things can drain you: career, work, family responsibility, finances, like so many different things can really drain you. So I'm gonna give 5 cool tips that I use when I am feeling really drained. The other thing I will do is, if you'd like to book a complimentary call with me, if you've never had a call before, I'm gonna pop a link in here. So feel free to take advantage of that if you need someone to talk to, if you need strategy around your business or life, and really like achieving what you really want. Feel free to take advantage of that. I'm making myself accessible to you, so that way I want everyone to win. I want everyone to succeed. And if you feel like you've hit a roadblock, I am here for you, and I'm here as a vessel for you to talk to and to speak life in you and give you strategy on how to move things to that next level for yourself, okay? So tip number 1 that I use when I am feeling drained. So the first thing I do if I'm feeling drained is just completely disconnect, right? And so I know like you're probably like, Christina, easier said than done, right? But to be honest with you, when you know that you're feeling drained, it is just best to completely disconnect, and try your best to just disconnect from everything that's going on. So what I typically will do is take a step back and take some time off. I generally try to do a sabbatical once a month for about a week. So that way I'm maintaining balance in my life, and just kind of making sure that I'm staying balanced, that I'm giving myself the time that I need. So I actually put that into my Google Calendar. And if you guys want to start training on how to manage your time, I will repost tomorrow our video that we did about Google Calendar, staying organized, or we can do another live training for those of you that missed it. We can definitely redo it too. So let me be honest, like when you're talking about like disconnecting, I'm going to be straight up with you, because everybody needs a freaking day off. I think it is totally acceptable to take some me time. A lot of times we make excuses as to why we can't take time for ourselves. Oh, we put all these things in front of us, but we have to remember that it is totally okay to honor and respect ourselves by putting ourselves first. So if we know that something is draining us, if someone is draining us, it is totally okay to take a moment to disconnect and take some time for ourselves to refuel. that's why like organizations give you vacation time, because they want you to go and rejuvenate yourself, refuel yourself, so you can come back and be better than ever. Remember that self-care comes first. You have to put yourself first sometimes. I understand some of you have kids and it's like, Christina, I can't do it, but I'm sure you can find some time to put yourself first. Without you being healthy and well, you won't be able to do anything at all. Listen, the number one cause of most disease, and I'm not a medical doctor, I'm not making any medical diagnoses on things, but the best thing sometimes is you have to realize that stress is the number one cause of most diseases. So if you're stressed out about your finances, your career, sometimes you have got to take a step back and put yourself first. Take some time to heal. Some people call it a mental health day. But remember that if you don't take time to disconnect and put yourself first, you won't be able to do anything if you're in the hospital. You won't be able to do anything if you're sick. Everything is just going to come to a standstill and a halt. So try your best to disconnect when you feel drained and put yourself first. Number 2, take care of yourself, okay? Do something for yourself. Do something nice for yourself. When you feel drained, I call it retail therapy. Go out and buy yourself something nice. You say, Christina, I don't have any money to. Go to the dollar store for all I care. Do something for yourself nice. Get a pedicure, get a manicure. I went and got my nails done yesterday. Get your eyebrows waxed. Do something nice for you. Because when we're feeling drained, it's typically because we're not honoring ourselves. We're not putting ourselves first. And because of that, we are having this feeling of feeling stressed out. And the reason why we're doing that is because we're not making the time to do it. You absolutely have the time to take care of yourself. You absolutely have the time to do something nice for yourself. You just have to make the time for it, okay? Number 2, the other thing I do is I'll go out and get a hotel room, spend the night out from my house. Sometimes you need to disconnect from the whole house. If you have a spouse or a partner, ask them to take care of the kids, ask them to, let you just have a one night off. Go get yourself a hotel room, sleep in a hotel bed, relax yourself, go swimming, work out. Taking care of yourself, go into the gym, get your facial, meditate, take a nap, take a bath. So something I really like to do when I'm feeling drained, and this is a great process of releasing negativity too, is to take a salt bath. And so I just run a bath and I pour Epsom salt in it. I think Dr. Teal's makes an awesome Epsom salt. It already has like lavender in it. Some of them have eucalyptus in it. So there's so many just different Epsom salts that you can use, but I find that the Epsom salt baths are just really awesome to just kind of release some of the negative energy off you and just kind of go through a process of like, I'm just releasing this negative energy. Plus taking a bath too, it kind of like relieves a lot of stress and relaxes you. So take a salt bath if you feel drained or stressed out. I'm sure like you'll feel super rejuvenated after or sleepy. So that way then you can take the nap, okay? The other thing I like to do is go to a fancy restaurant or a fancy hotel and treat myself to a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. When we're looking at attracting abundance in our lives and we're wanting luxury and we're wanting these things, you got to put yourself into those environments. So go out and treat yourself to something nice. Go to that fancy hotel or that nice restaurant and just have a cup of tea. It doesn't mean that you have to have a $10,000 meal, but you can treat yourself to something really small so that you can begin attracting that abundance into your life and kind of relieve yourself from feeling so drained. Valerie says that she uses Dr. Teal's too. She loves the bath foams. I love Dr. Teal's. It's such an amazing brand. Like the aromatherapy and all that, just so relaxing and just it has so much stress relief. So I find that they're really awesome. The third thing that I do is I get inspired if I'm feeling drained. Like I will go find ways to get inspired. So maybe I watch YouTube videos. I love watching like Abraham Hicks. She really helps me disconnect, especially when it comes to law of attraction. I like watching TD Jakes videos. So I'll watch my ministry videos. I watch my law of attraction videos. I may watch videos from Spirit Science. I go and also check out Pinterest and look at the things that I want and things that really inspire me, because those really help me to not feel so drained, and it kind of like rejuvenates my energy a little bit, which I think is pretty awesome. So yes, Andrea Jenkins, hey darling. Yeah, Abraham Hicks is really helpful when it comes to like disconnecting. So when I'm feeling stressed out and drained around like my law of attraction and different things, I'll just go and look at different teachers. And I know that I'm a teacher, but remember this, like you have to be, you know, if you think about it, everything is energy. So you have to pour energy into yourself too. And you know what, like also be like mindful of what you're watching, because sometimes, you know, we have social media and Instagram and all these things, and the things that we're looking at, we don't even realize are reprogramming our subconscious mind. It is affecting our lives in different ways. We're on social media, watching the news and watching all this stuff that gets us so drained. And then we're like, why am I drained? So be mindful of the things that you're exposing your mindset to. You know, it's self-discipline is just so important. And so if people are posting nonsense all the time or sending you dumb videos or what have you, sometimes you ain't got time for all that, because that stuff can be so draining. So you need to try to disconnect as much as possible from some of the things that you're allowing into your energy space. I have not watched the news, and it's probably been like almost 10 years, because the news would just drain me, because you hear all this bad news and then you're expected to like go out and have a really great day. And so like for me, I decided, you know what? For my well-being, I am not going to watch it. So people say, well, how do you get the news and these different things? My iPhone has a weather app on it or whatever. And if the apocalypse is happening, I'm sure they'll send a text message or some kind of news alert, right, on the phone. So I don't watch the news. I just find it to be like super, super draining. So that's something I don't do. Also, like I said, in getting inspired as a mechanism to help when I'm feeling drained, I like to watch some of my favorite people on YouTube, or, you know, just people that really inspire me, and it helps me to kind of like release that energy so I'm not as drained. So number 4 is set some boundaries, whether it's people, your work, finances, whatever that is stressing you out. You know, if it's work, go write a list of 10 things you love about your job. If it's your spouse is stressing you out, or your kids, write a list of 20 things you love about them. Try your best to like focus on the positive things that are happening in your life, because sometimes we're so focused on the things that are not happening that we miss out on the things that are positive and are happening and are good. And, you know, we live in a society that, you know, is already, you know, programmed us to like think negative and profiting off our negativity, and, you know, got all these pills and different things that help, but like literally be mindful of what you're allowing into your energy space. So healthy boundaries, whether it's with your spouse, your children, your boss, parents, anyone in your life that is draining you, set boundaries with them. You know the people that stress you out, so you have got to be proactive around setting those boundaries. Something else that I do in setting boundaries is I write down, and I'm honest with myself. I'm truthful with myself. I honor myself. So there was this post I saw online today, and I just actually posted it on Instagram. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, please do. You can find me at Christina Dukes Official. So this post says, the universe is saying to you today, make choices that suit your true self and be confident that they will serve you well in the long run. Move forward with faith and confidence, and get ready to have some activity, action, and adventures. Trust yourself more. So in setting healthy boundaries, a lot of us in this group are very intuitive. So we know when things violate our boundaries, and you have to stand up for yourself. It's the only way you're going to get the respect that you earned, by first having self-respect, and then others will learn to respect you too. So you've got to set some healthy boundaries with the people in your life. I don't care if it's your boss, your spouse, whoever it is, you've got to learn to set some healthy boundaries. So write down how you really feel, okay? So you can get it all out, okay? And then write down how you really want to feel. Because a lot of times we're so focused on what's going wrong, we tend to miss, like I said again, what's going right, or honoring ourselves and how we really want to feel. My other tip for you is to release that which doesn't serve your highest good. Remember the post I just read, it said you have to learn how to trust yourself. Like, learning how to trust yourself it took me such a long time to honor myself. How many of us, like, in this group are people? I got my lemon water to you guys. That helps with the vibrations. How many of us, you know, have, and this has been my struggle, but have been people pleasers, or, you know, just struggling with how to stand up for yourself, or not wanting to piss anyone off, or, you know, what if they don't like me anymore, or, you know, just trying to people please. And when we're trying to people please, that can be very draining because we're not being our true authentic selves. You know, we're in environments surrounded by people that we know don't serve our highest good. And that can be detrimental because you're not honoring yourself. You're not honoring who you are. You're not being true to you. At the end of the day, you came into this world alone. At the end of the day, you will leave this world alone. So you are responsible for you and your well-being. You know, regardless of what you think happens to us in the afterlife, it's not like they're going to be like, oh, well, this person got on my nerves, or that happened, or that happened. It's going to be like, why didn't you do something about it? Why didn't you stand up for yourself? Why didn't you stand up for you? Why didn't you honor you? So at the end of the day, if you're feeling drained and you're not doing anything about it, that is going to be totally on you. And the reason why that's on you is because you have a choice. If you're an adult, okay, and you have the ability to make your own decisions, why are you not doing anything to honor yourself? Why are you not setting those healthy boundaries with people? Why are you not standing up for yourself? Hey, Miss Andrea Pearson. Hey, Leanna. You have got to stand up for you. So the fifth and final tip to what I do when I'm feeling drained, and also you guys, if you guys have tips that you use when you're feeling drained, pop them in the comment box. I'd love to share those with other people, because it's like, you know what? You don't have to go through this alone. We're not in this journey by ourselves. Everyone goes through the process of feeling burned out or feeling drained, especially when you're an entrepreneur, because we feel like we have to go, go, go. We're going to miss out on something. But I have news for you. What is for you is meant for you. When you need to set healthy boundaries, whether that's with your clients or whoever, if they can't respect that you have boundaries and you have a limit on what you can take, and you need time for yourself, then you need to reevaluate and make sure that this is the right situation for you, or, you know, this is where you're supposed to be. So you've got to set those healthy boundaries. So the final tip I have for you is get organized. If you're feeling drained sometimes, it's because we have too much clutter. We have too much stuff around us. We need to feng shui our environment. We need to clean out that wallet. We need to get organized. We need to refocus. So one thing I like to do when I'm feeling drained is I like to clean. I find that cleaning is a great mechanism for me to just kind of like release some energy. When I'm cleaning, it just helps me to, you know, feel reorganized. It helps me to feel not as stressed out. Oh, there's Milo Daisy. It helps me to feel the energy feels lighter when I clean my house. Also, saging my house is really awesome. So you can use sage or Palo Santo, I think that's the name of it. So those are other things that I use, you know, when I'm feeling a bit drained. And Milo Daisy down. That's my dog, who gives me a lot of patience. So cleaning, burning sage, just doing things in your environment to just help clean that energy and clean the air it is so important. The other thing that I do when I'm feeling drained is I go and organize my calendar. What do I have going on? Why am I feeling drained? Am I taking time for myself? So one of the things I have my clients do is in reorganizing their calendars is put in self-care time. It's so important because if we're always going, we sometimes forget to take that time for ourselves. So if you're proactive and put that time for yourself in your calendar, then you are honoring yourself and putting yourself first. It's the balance between organize, it's the balance between being a go-getter and the balance between nurturing ourselves. So remember how we did that summer solstice live, and we talked about the balance between masculine and feminine energy. Now the masculine energy is telling you go, 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 go. The female nurturing energy is saying, hey, I need some time for myself. I need some time to disconnect. I need some time to recharge my batteries. And so I just think it's just really important to just be proactive and put that time in your calendar. So I'll go through and organize my calendar and find some time in there to book that hotel room, or go to get that cup of tea at a fancy hotel, or to take that bath, or meditate, or get my nails done. I am proactive about going in my calendar and putting those self-care activities in there, because those things help me balance myself. Those things help me to stay focused and grounded. And that's just really important, because if we're always going and we're always drained, remember that abundance, I'll use this cup again. Abundance, I have this cup, there's water in it, but abundance is the overflow. So it's what's left. So there's nothing in this cup. I have nothing to give right now. I'm going to feel drained. I'm going to feel stressed out. I'm going to feel all those things I don't want to feel. So abundance is the overflow of, you give what's left over, but you got to pour into yourself first. So putting yourself first, honoring yourself, when you're feeling stressed out or drained is important, because if you don't have anything to give people, because you're drained or you're stressed out, you're just going to collapse. And no one wants that. Using law of attraction, especially in business in our lives, we're wanting to attract things that pour into us, things that make us feel energized. And so for me, meeting with my clients or doing these Facebook Lives with you guys helps me feel a lot of energy and makes me feel not as drained. So these are things that I do for myself to kind of just help myself get out of that pattern. The other thing that you can do is declutter. How much stuff do we have in our house? So I have, and it's a process, trust me, adopting a minimalistic lifestyle. And in the minimalistic lifestyle, I give away something when I get something new, because someone else can use it. How much stuff do we really need? So we hoard all these things that are holding energy. How many things in your environment do you need to get rid of that are holding energy, that are creating stagnation in your life? Other thing that I do is I do laundry. So when I said clean up, do some laundry, clean your house, Windex it down, use 409, whatever you do, clean up your environment, make sure your bed is made, wash your sheets, wash your pillows. These things are going to help you have a better night's sleep so that you can re-energize yourself. The other thing I do when I sleep at night is I listen to meditation. So I'll listen to anti-anxiety meditations on YouTube. And I just let them play while I'm sleeping, because remember, the subconscious mind will absorb what it needs. The mind is always going. And so the subconscious mind, once it's reprogrammed or you're decluttering it, it will make the conscious mind, when you're awake, a lot clearer so that you can focus more. The final thing in getting organized is I just try to get my life in order. If I'm feeling drained, I just look at my life, what has to stay, what has to go, who has to stay, who has to go. You are the ruler of your life. You're the CEO of this, right? You're running your finances, you're running your love life, you're running your career, you're running all these different aspects of your life. So as a CEO of you, it's really critical and important to take control, to be that CEO. There's no reason why you should be giving all your power away. I've been that person before. So you don't want to give all your power away. Be true to you. Be true to who you are as a person, okay? So get your life in order. So let's see, what are some of the tips that you guys use? Hey, Sade. Hey, Miss Tobiah. Thank you. You're so awesome. You're an angel too. So Andrea Jenkins says she isolates herself away from everyone and takes herself out. So remember when I said disconnect? Yes, girlfriend, disconnect, take a step back, honor yourself, put yourself first. And she's using my tips. Do something nice for yourself, because sometimes when we're drained, it's because we're doing so much for everybody else and we're not doing anything for ourselves. So treat yourself to something nice. Tobias says she's done this way too much. It has a lot to do with her upbringing. She's learning to break those habits. yeah, sometimes like we grow up with parents, or you know, sometimes moms, especially single moms, do this a lot, and putting everyone else first except themselves. They sacrifice everything for everyone else except themselves. You know, moms do it all the time, single moms especially, making sacrifices for everyone and never putting themselves first. And you can tell when a person is drained, like they look drained, you know. And it's like, again, when we look at this cup, abundance is the overflow of. So it's about, how do you pour into yourself? And that's what when you're feeling drained, that's what it's really about, is pouring into yourself so you're rejuvenated. So think about it like this, right? Like if your skin is like dry and what have you, you need to drink some water so it's plump and it's nice and it's shiny. So you got to pour into yourself, right? So it manifests itself on the outside. So when people see you, they're like, oh wow, you look so rejuvenated, your skin looks good, these things. So it's the same process of pouring into yourself so you can give more to others. So Marlene says she's been listening to a Bob Proctor Abundance when she falls asleep at night. That's really awesome. So there's some, the guy I listen to, I'm going to actually pull him up right now. I can't even think of his name, but I'm going to pull him up on YouTube. She wants to know, who do I listen to? It's called Doxy Meditations. And I'm going to actually pop one of the YouTube links of the videos that I watch when I go to sleep. So let's see, I'm going to, hopefully it's not going to play, but I'm going to pop the link into this Facebook Live. Hey, Miss Sade, one of the awesome coaches in the world. Hey, darling. So I just popped one of the actual YouTube videos that I listen to at night while sleeping. My dog and I, we do dog meditation. There's dog meditations. There's so many meditations out there on YouTube. It's such an awesome tool. And I just listen to these while I sleep. I pop it right on my phone and just go to sleep and let it play throughout the night. You know, again, that balance in yourself, honoring yourself, putting yourself first. You know, there's no race here in life, right? At the end of the day, everything's going to happen in due time. What is for you is for you. What's going to happen for you is going to happen for you. So there's no point in you running crazy to try to do everything for everyone except yourself. There's no point in trying to be everyone. You have to honor yourself. You have to trust yourself. You have to put yourself first. Because you guys, again, stress is one of the #1 causes of most diseases. So if you're not putting yourself first and honoring yourself, who is going to honor you? If you don't set those boundaries with yourself, if you don't set that self-discipline with yourself, who is going to put you first? You know, it's like you have to honor yourself in order for others to do that. You have to put boundaries on for yourself in order for others to respect it. Because people will continuously keep violating our boundaries and disrespecting us because we don't have those boundaries in place to say, hey, I don't like this. This makes me feel this way. You have got to be transparent and be true to yourself. You have got to be true to yourself. I can't preach this to you enough. You have got to be true to yourself. Sometimes we're feeling drained because we're being, what is it? Inauthentic? Is that the right word? Or unauthentic? Inauthentic? You have got to be authentic to you. If you don't honor you, then who will? You guys, what did you think about, like, it's short and sweet, right? Like tonight is a short and sweet teaching, and I want to jump into these angel cards. And if you would like an angel card, please pop a comment in the comment box. But you guys, like, be honest here. How are these tips? What tips do you use when you're feeling drained? I want you to really get honest with yourself. Like, why am I feeling drained? Are you putting self-care first? Are you taking care of yourself as you should? Are you honoring yourself? Are you being authentic? Are you putting yourself first? Are you setting healthy boundaries? Are you speaking up when something violates you? And in a loving way, like, you don't have to do it in a harsh way. We can always do it in a loving way, but are you doing those things and really getting in tune with why we're feeling drained and why we're feeling these things? I just think it's just critical and really important to just try our best to stay grounded. So our first card tonight, yes, you guys can have angel cards, absolutely. Let me scroll back up because I think some people asked earlier. So our first card is going to be from Miss Nurse Curves Johnson. Absolutely, you can have an angel card. And I just find that these angel cards just really lead and direct and kind of just give us some guidance on whatever it is we're going through. So Miss Nurse Curves Johnson, let's see what we have got for you today. And again, if you would like an angel card, just pop a comment in the comment box. And if you're watching this live, I try to put in advance when we're having these lives so you can make time for them, but you can always catch the replays, and I'm putting them on YouTube now so you can catch them later too. So the first card you got, was Indigo and Crystal Children. And this card says you have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. Your next card is Crystal Clear Intentions. And this card says be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. So remember when I said get organized, girl, because this is going to help you when you're feeling drained. Get your notebook out. Write down how you want to feel. Be honest with yourself about what's draining you. This was so on point with tonight's card, these two cards that you got. So, focus on your childlike self. Who's nurturing the child in you? Get focused. Get organized. Let's see who else would like an angel card. Miss Marlene, absolutely, you can have one. After her, Miss Linda, and we're gonna pull a general card for everyone in the group. Even if you didn't ask for one today, I'm just gonna ask God and the universe to just give you some direction and some inspiration so that you can feel rejuvenated. And if you guys, again, I have popped a link in the comment box so you can book a complimentary session with me. It's exclusive to you guys here in the Success Magnets group because I just want to help you guys. If you need help going forward, I'm giving this away to you as a free gift. So we know with a law of attraction, you have to give to receive. So I am giving myself and my time to help you to move forward and have your breakthrough. People are having phenomenal breakthroughs. They're manifesting businesses. And one of my clients just told me yesterday she manifested like $15,000 just on something really random. So you guys, if you need the help, sometimes you just need the strategy that goes behind it. And you don't have to keep spinning your wheels when it comes to your business or your life or what you really want, because I believe that you can have it all. So our next card is for Miss Marlene. So God, angels, please guide us in helping her understand, oh, this is crazy, what is necessary and what she needs. Give us answers around what she needs. Okay, so Miss Marlene, I feel like 3 cards just popped out. So crazy because you got the same card as Miss Nurse Curves Johnson, and it's Indigo and Crystal Children. And I actually believe that you guys were both very sensitive children around like having different abilities, like being really drawn to like spirituality, and different things in that nature. So it says you have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive just like you. Your next card says victory. And this card says your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. Your next card, 4 cards are here. Wow. Okay, so your next card is outdoors. And it says go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. Your final card, it says you know what to do. It says trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. So girlfriend, you know what to do. You need to act, make it happen. Our next card is going to be for Miss Linda. So God, please guide and direct us in giving Miss Linda the direction that she needs to move forward on her path. What breakthroughs does she need? Okay, so I have a couple cards that have popped out for you. So interesting. So the first card says nurture. And it says, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. Your next card says leadership. Girl, honor yourself. Set some boundaries. And it says it's time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. The next card you got, the final card, is chakra clearing. So as you know that there's 7 energy zones in the body called chakras. And sometimes we can have blockages in these different areas, which we look at like, why do I have a money blocker? Why do I have a block in love? Or why do I have a block in these different areas? And what it really is that something in us is blocked, like in one of our energy zones. So we need to be in tune and meditate and release that doesn't serve us. So it says, call upon Archangel Metatron to clear and open your chakras using geometric shapes and symbols. Our next card is going to be for Mrs. Andrea, who I had the pleasure to actually meet in person. Come to find out, she's actually like my little cousin's friend. So she was super awesome, and she's a great person, great energy. Like all of you guys in this group have awesome energy. So thank you guys like so much for being who you are. So our next card is for Miss Andrea. So your card is Clairaudience. And this card says, notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. Hey, Miss Nick, my awesome client. How you doing? Welcome. Glad you could make it. Miss Sade, absolutely. You can have an angel card, girl. Oh, this just popped right out for you. Okay. Okay. So what else, God, do you have for Miss? Oh, okay. What else do you have for Miss Sade? Sade, like these cards are just popping out for you. Okay, so you got 4 cards that came out. The first card says career transition. So it says your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So I know like you're in the coaching space, but I don't know, like, is there something else like you've been working on in your career, like super secret? Because it said that you're going through a career transition and it's getting ready to happen right now. Your next card you got was relationship harmony. And it says we angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are now being resolved. You guys, and if these cards are on point for you, hit me in the comment box and like let me know. The next card is claircognizance, and this card says pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. And your final card, girlfriend, is overcoming difficulties. Yes. So it says the worst is now behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges. So whatever it is that's been going on, like I see the difficulties here, maybe something around career and relationships, everything is balancing itself. And it seems like you're going to be going through some kind of transition in your workspace. I don't know exactly what that is, but like if you've hit a roadblock, like you're getting ready to go like over that hump, like the worst is behind you with whatever that is, like you're transitioning into something. Also, things are going to be working out. Like, I don't know whether it's like love relationships or like love and family, like it's all about to like come together. You're getting a lot of cool ideas. And for some reason, I don't know, like intuitively, some of the struggles that you're going through are going to be now what you're going to be teaching people. So I feel like that could be the transition that you're going through. Like some difficulties that you've been having is what, on a personal level, is what you're going to start teaching to other people. I don't know if like that makes sense. So let me know, Sade, if that made any sense to you. Miss Nick, absolutely, you can have an angel card. So Nurse Curves Johnson said her card was on point. Marlene says yes, on point. So absolutely, Miss Nick, you can have an angel card. God, anything else for Miss? Okay, for Miss Nick. So you got 3 cards. The first card says victory, and it says your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. Your next card is compassion, and it says soften your heart with respect to this situation and all people involved, including yourself. And this is crazy because you inboxed me about a particular situation, and I feel like this card is speaking right to that. The next card is divine order, and this card says everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see the underlying order. So I think that answered it, because, you know, we had to talk and I think that just spoke right to it. Linda, okay, wait, Linda said, hey, Miss Fatima. So Linda said her her card was chakra clearing. So she just said she's been working on clearing her root chakra. So is that on point or what? I told you guys, like, these cards are like so on point to what's going on. Sade said, wow, this was on point. Like, if that's exactly what's been going on with her. So you guys, we're going to pull some general cards, or a general card for everyone in the group. Like, God, lead and guide us and direct us. You guys, again, I just want to thank you guys so much, because you guys, like, you don't realize like how much you all sow into my lives. I may be sowing into your lives, but you sow into my lives too, into my life too. Just being able to have a group of people that can be open and honest with and transparent about the things that are important to me, about embracing my spiritual side, and having a platform to talk about business and spirituality, because all these things are really important. They're all intertwined. You got to remember that every business that was started came from an inspiration that was given to us by our Creator, by God. And so being able to spiritually nourish what it is that we're doing in our lives is just so important, because remember, without having a spiritual foundation, there is no business. Without you having a process to ground yourself, or ground yourself, or balance yourself, or set these healthy boundaries, you're just going to be getting all run over. And especially us as entrepreneurs, we go through that a lot, because as an entrepreneur, you're thinking you always have to go, 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 when in fact, sometimes you need to take time for yourself. Okay, so 3 cards for everyone in the group, 3 general cards that I feel will lead and guide us as we go through our week. And we're going to do a live actually next week about Mercury retrograde, some tips and some things that we need to focus on during this retrograde. So Mercury goes retrograde, I believe it's like July 26th. So we'll do a live next week about Mercury retrograde, talking about tips and different things that we can do during this time to stay balanced. Is going to be some crazy energy. A lot of you are probably already feeling it. And if you guys did, like last night, if you live somewhere, like go outside and look up. Like there's 5 really bright planets in the sky right now. I think they're like Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Mars. I can't remember the other one, but there's 5 really bright planets in the sky. And it's just so awesome, because like last night I had this epiphany, and it was like I just looked up and just kind of like soaked this all in. We're living in a solar system, and you know, the world is just so amazing. The universe is so amazing. You know, we're sitting around worried about money and all these things, and you know, you never take time to just go outside and just look in the sky, and there's planets out there and different things. So like, wow, what an amazing world we live in. What an awesome God we serve, and we get to be a part of this. So the first card for everyone in the group is healthy lifestyle. It says eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, which I just told you about being drained, and exercise regularly for optimal health. The next card is clairaudience, and it says notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind and from other people. Clairaudience. And the final card for everyone in the group is teaching and learning. I believe that a lot of us in this group are teachers, and we're in this stage of learning right now. There's this quote by Khalil Gibran, I believe, and it says, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So we're all a student of life, and there's times when we become teachers of life too, okay? So it says keep an open mind and learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. So again, I want to say, whatever you're going through, you can turn your mess into a message. You can turn your misery into a mission. So whatever you're going through, don't look at it in vain, because what you're going through is something that you will in fact be able to teach other people, because you'll know how to get out of it, right? You guys, like, how was tonight's live? Like, this was on point. Like, you guys, like, feeling drained, and like these cards and wrapping it up, like, wow, like this was just amazing. Because you guys, the main thing I'm going to leave you with tonight is 2 major points, okay? Number 1, honor yourself, okay? Got to put yourself first. You got to take time for you. Number 2, set healthy boundaries. If you don't set healthy boundaries with yourself and self-discipline, who will set healthy boundaries with you? Who? If not you, then who? You guys, I have popped a link in the comment box. If you need someone to talk to, you want to talk about strategy around business, love life, life in general, book a strategy call with me. Let's figure it out together. You do not have to go at this alone. No obligation, just, I just want to help you guys. I don't want to see, I see so many people that have been with me since I've started my YouTube channel and they're still going through the same cycles. I don't want you to keep going through those cycles. I don't want you to keep going through that. I want you to wave your white flag, get the help that you need. How long will you go through these different cycles? How long will you go through this before you realize, you know what, I need to get some help? How long will you put your dreams on hold? How long are you going to wait? How long will you continue to wait, putting your dreams on hold? How long? Because we can sit here, we'll be here 5 years from now, and you'll still have the same idea, you'll still have the same problem, and you'll just keep going through it because you haven't broken the cycle. Because what you have to come to terms is the problem is probably you. It's not everyone else. You can't keep attracting the same situation, the same guy, the same financial problem over and over and over again before you recognize maybe the problem is you. And I know it's a hard pill to swallow because we're all nice people, and it's like, why do we keep going through this? But sometimes the reason why we keep going through this is because we have yet to change. You have to be the change that you want in your life, okay? You guys, if you want more info on me, visit me online at www.christinadukes.com. I'll see you guys next week when we're going to talk about Mercury retrograde and some tips to get through this Mercury retrograde and some things that you need to focus on as well. And don't forget tonight, if you have some time, get outdoors, go look at the sky, and check out those 5 planets, and just give honor and praise to the Creator for putting us in this magnificent universe, okay? All right, you guys, love you all. Have an awesome week. And again, thank you so much for what you pour into my life so that I can pour more into yours, okay? All right, you guys, have an awesome week. I love you. Bye.